All right. Wonderful. So let's get started. We're gonna get started on our backs. Let me just make it bigger here. And okay, looks like we're all good. So we'll get started on our backs. Put your hands on your belly. Let the belly rise up with the inhale. Have a soft opening in your lips in order to relax the jaw. And then create a slight chin tuck. Feel the in-breath, cleanse the body. The out-breath, cleanse the body. Really seeing the breath as a neutralizer, a balancer. Let's take a 4-part inhale. And we'll release the exhale fully, longer than the inhale. So we'll go for 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Exhale, release. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep going. Two more. Last one. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Exhale, release. Fully. Nice. So your knees can be bent here. Your knees can be knocking into each other. You also have the option to release the legs down all the way so that they're straight. Start to feel the breath moving through the body. Feeling the gentle sensations. Maybe there's movement in the stomach. Maybe the mind is active. And if it is, Direct it back to your breath. Let it take you away. So we'll have a meditation for 2 minutes while we are here lying back. Begin to set your intention. Something you may need more of, maybe support, maybe it's a dedication. Maybe this intention is for the whole week. Bring the intention into your mind's eye, in between your eyebrows. Set it there. And then on your exhale, release it. Let it go. My intention for this practice is to stay present, grounded, and having the wisdom to share my practice with you all. Start to cultivate your ujjayi breathing. Slightly constricting the back of the throat, creating a soft whisper sound, as if the air was swirling in the back of your throat. Imagine yourself in front of a window, a mirror, and you want to fog it out. So on your exhale, release that. Keep that slight constriction. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Inhale. Keep it going. You can keep your mouth open, or you can slowly start to close the lips softly. Bring your knees into your chest and try to push the pelvis down, the low back down. Rock from side to side. Go to the outer hips, the center of the hips. Seeing what you need here, feeling, kind of checking in with yourself. Noticing the sensations, noticing maybe any stiffness or any tension. And let's circle the knees to your right. Holding onto the knees as you push your low back down, circling the knees. And then coming back to your breath, checking in with your breath. Take the knees to the opposite direction, to the left. Massaging the sacrum, the low back, the side hips. Feeling what you feel on this side. Checking in, taking inventory, and come back to center. Good. And let's open the knees and push them out, away, and bring them in, out, away, and in. Keep going. Bring them back to center, push them out, away, and in, out, away, and in. Just reversing the circle. Bring the knees back to center. Take the right knee in, left leg straight. Right knee comes in, then out to the side, then in, then out. Just rock it here, side to side. And then open the knee out to the right. Place your left hand on your left hip. Anchor the left hip down. Feeling the breath, calming, grounding. Knee back to center. Take the knee to the opposite side. Cross it over for a twist. Straighten your right arm. Maybe you even straighten your right leg. Maybe you even reach the right arm up. Bring the knee into center. Take it all the way down. Left knee comes in. Rock it from side to side. Moving the leg in the hip socket dynamically. And then take it out to the left again. Place your right hand on your right hip. Taking it to center, crossing the knee over, stretch the left arm out. Maybe straighten the left leg too. Same idea, left arm reaches right back. And then come back to center. Nice. Both knees come into your chest. Rock again. And then bring the legs back to center. Tabletop the shins to the ceiling. Brace the core. Reach the arms up. Both arms straight. Fingertips to ceiling. Draw the navel in and exhale, lift the chest. Keep the spine long, neck long. Inhale, lower. Exhale, come up. Keep going. Straighten the right leg. Keep pulsing. Right knee comes in. Left leg straight. Left knee comes in. Right leg. Right leg comes in. Left. And lower yourself all the way down. Rock from side to side. Knees are tabletop. Shins are tabletop. Reach up again. Draw the navel in. Exhale, lift the chest. Both arms on the outside of the right thigh. Pulse here. Straight. The left. Center. Lower down. Knees side to side. One more time. This time our legs are straight. Our arms go up. So here, anchor your pelvis down. Anchor your hips down. Reach your arms up. Firm the lower belly into the back body, and then exhale, lift the chest, reach up. Keep the hips anchored. The legs can be bent. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower yourself all the way down. Knees go side to side. Smooth breath in, smooth breath out. Hands come underneath the knees, and then rock yourself up to seated. Come into all fours, hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Knees are hip width distance apart. Spread your fingers, press down both palms. Inhale, come into cow. Exhale, round the spine cat. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, roll the shoulder heads back and have a slight contraction in the navel. Exhale, round, push the navel up to the ceiling. Keep going. Moving through your breath. Syncing breath and movement together. One more round of cat-cow. And then sitting back in child's pose, hips to heels, forehead on mat. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Come into all fours again. Lift your right arm out to the side and tuck it under your left. Lower the right side of your head down. Thread the needle. And balance out your pelvis, so placing the weight into both hips rather than just leaning to one side or the other. And then crawl your left arm forward to straight. You can be on your fingertips on the left hand, or it could be down on the palm. You decide how deep you want to take the stretch. Left hand placed right in front of the face, press down, come back all fours. Left arm out, threading under the right, lowering on the left side of the head, thread the needle. Crawl your right hand forward. Distribute the weight into both sides of the hips. When you're ready, bring your right hand, place it in front of your face, bring yourself back up, all fours. Take an inhale, come back into cow. Draw that navel in though slightly. And exhale, round the spine, going back to cat. Really push down through the palm, through the fingers as you arch your back. And then nod from side to side or shake your head no. Circle your neck here one way and then circle it the other way. As a matter of fact, let's sit back onto our heels and let's pay attention to our neck here. So bring the shoulders all the way up and then lower them back down. Inhale, roll the shoulders up. Exhale, roll the shoulders back, down. Inhale, up, down and back. Inhale, up, down and back. Keep going. Rolling the shoulders up and back. And then stopping at the bottom and then taking the circle forward and down. Or whatever way you started first, do the opposite of that, reverse it. And then lower your shoulders. Place your head from left shoulder to right shoulder. Left ear to left shoulder. Right ear to right shoulder. One more time. And then the other. This time, roll the forehead down to your knees, to your left shoulder, and then back to your buttocks, and to your right shoulder. Let's do this for a couple of breaths. And stopping wherever you feel kind of sticky. Really, we are not rushed here. No rush. Coming back to center and then taking the forehead back to your right shoulder and back to the back wall, the left shoulder, and keep going. Come back to center. Lift your head up. Bring your arms up overhead. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe look up, maybe touch. Hands to center. Place the hands in front of you. And then plant your hands onto the mat, fingers spread. Ever so slightly, turn your fingers out to the sides of the room, towards the sides of the room. And curl your toes under. Walk back into a downward facing dog. Push down through the palms. Make sure your arms are straight as you shift your hips all the way back. Both feet are parallel to each other, so you're not able to see your heels. And allow the heels to just grow heavy, 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 and begin to bend one knee and then the other, walk your dog. And as you bend, still keep shifting the hips back. So just because you're bending here doesn't mean that those hips move position as far as where they need to go. And that is always back. Find stillness in your down dog. Continue to press down through all 10 fingers. So we're not just pressing through the wrist, but we're actually using the whole palm and the 10 fingers to shift backward, right? We want the weight to be back in our heels, back in our legs. And then slowly walk your hands back to your feet and allow yourself to hang here in Uttanasana. Forward fold, release the crown of the head down. Bend your knees, let your chest rest on your thighs, and grab your elbows. Release the crown of the head, sway side to side. Nod your head yes, shake your head no. Let go of the elbows and then cross the forearms the opposite way. Change the crossing of the forearms and grab the elbows again, sway side to side. Maybe you slowly start to straighten your legs, engaging the thighs, or you keep them bent. Either one works. Let go of the elbows, grab onto your waist, draw your elbows back, pause, draw the core in, inhale, lengthen the spine, rise all the way up. Walk up to the front of your mat. Stand with your feet hip width distance apart. Lift all 10 fingers, all 10 toes, pardon me. And then as you lower your toes, spread them down as much as you can, pushing down through the toes, pushing down through the balls of the feet, pushing down through the heels, engaging, activating the inner and outer arches of the feet, lifting up through the ankles, lifting, engaging the thighs as you draw the flesh of the buttocks down. Engage the core, reach your arms to your side, to the side hips. Activating the fingers, no dull fingers, really engage the fingers. Broaden out through the chest, find a small pinch in the shoulder blade. Strong Tadasana, don't lose the activity of the legs or the pelvis or the abs or the fingers. Close your eyes. Stand firmly in this Tadasana, in your mountain pose, because we're always going to come back to it. Smooth breath in, smooth breath out. Inhale, circle your arms up. Exhale, forward fold, soft bend in the knees as you roll. Fingertips onto the calves. Inhale, lengthen and draw the shoulder heads back. Arms are straight. Find a small little dip and bend further towards the floor, chest to floor, but keep the long spine going. Neck is nice and long. Try not to crunch it. And exhale, fold. Press down through the feet. Inhale, rise up. Urdhva Stasana. Maybe we touch at the top. Bring the hands to heart center. One more half sun salutation A. Inhale, circle your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Softly bend the knees as you lower down. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, chest lift. Exhale, refold. Inhale, root to rise, reach all the way up. Hands through heart center. Tadasana. Circle your arms up. Hinge forward. Fingertips to calves, lengthen your spine. Refold down. Plant your hands. Step your right foot back. Low lunge. Broaden out through the collarbone. Firm the back thigh. Lift your right knee. Press your right heel back. Lower your back knee. Flatten out your back toe. Navel to spine. Reach all the way up. Anjaneyasana. Just going to scoot forward. Don't let your hips sink down to the front thigh. Lift up, use that core, reach your arms up. Find your breath here. Bring your hands behind you, interlace and pull the knuckles back, open the chest. Smooth breath here. Release the interlace. Plant your hands. Charge up the back foot. Low lunge. Step your left foot back, plank pose. Right knee comes down onto the mat. Angle out your right foot. Plant your left foot on the mat. Align it with your right knee. And now open the chest. Reach the left arm up. Vashisthasana variation. Really lift the right side body away from the mat. Exhale, left hand comes down, step back, plank pose. We'll do the opposite side. Left knee comes down, angle out the left foot. Right foot plants, align it with your left knee. Bring the right arm up. Root down through the top of the left foot. Really press the top of the foot down. Right hand comes down, plank pose, shift back, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Right knee bends, step the foot next to the right thumb. Pause, low lunge, roll the shoulder heads back. Engage the left thigh, lift the left knee, and reach the left heel back. Right knee comes down, flatten out the toes, reach the arms up overhead, Anjaneyasana, other side. Root down through the right heel as you extend through the sternum, through the arms. Reach your hands back and change the interlace so opposite thumb comes on top, knuckles press back, roll the shoulder heads back. Smooth breaths. Release the interlace, frame the front foot, charge up the back foot, and then step forward. Hands to legs, lift, lengthen the spine. Refold back down. Root to rise, circle the arms up. Hands come down through heart center. And all the way down for Tadasana. Full breaths here. Smooth and complete. Reach the arms up. Hinge forward and a slight bend in the knees as you stretch your arms out to the side and then release them down for a forward fold, Uttanasana. Staying in Uttanasana, forward fold, and place the weight into the front of the feet. Fingertips to calves, inhale, lengthen, draw the belly in, Ardha Uttanasana, find the neck and the spine long. Refold Uttanasana, plant your hands down, step your left foot back, then your right foot, pause and plank. Spread through your fingers, push down through both palms. Shoulders above wrists, roll the shoulder heads back. Find length in your spine again and also lift your knees so your thighs are nice and firm. Draw your heels back again, core, belly in. Exhale, knees come down, flatten out your toes. Engage the core as you shift forward. And then slowly bend your elbows so your elbows bend backwards. So they bend towards your feet. Keeping the elbows close to the sides of the body as you lower your torso down to your mat. Forehead comes to the mat. Actually, yeah, let's release the palms and the forearms down and place the elbows underneath the shoulders and then lift your head up, lift your chest, and again, slide your elbows underneath your shoulders and keep the elbows in rather than the elbows away from the side body. Press down through the palms, the forearms, and lift the chest up. Take a slight chin tuck here and see that your feet are at least hip width distance apart, not wider. Firm the belly. Breathe. Sphinx pose. Draw the shoulder heads back. Smooth breath, smooth breath. And exhale, fold forehead to mat. Place your hands underneath your shoulders and maybe slide them a little bit back. So we want our elbows to be on top, directly on top of the elbows. Sorry, the elbows to be on top of the wrists. Spread your fingers, press down. Inhale, lift the chest up for baby cobra. Again, shoulder heads roll back. Press your pubic bone down to lengthen the low back. Continue breathing. Exhale, fold, forehead on mat. Curl the toes under, press the knees down, and lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Stretch your hips back. 5 full and complete breaths here. 1. Press down through the whole circumference of both palms. 2. Roll the shoulder heads back away from the ear. 3. Draw the chest towards the thighs, but keep the ears in line with the arms. 4. Shift your hips back as you firm your thigh. And 5. Let the heels be heavy. Take an inhale, look in between the hands. At the end of your exhale, walk or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, lengthen the spine, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, refold Uttanasana. And inhale, press down through the feet. Come up with a flat back as you reach your arms out to the sides and then up over the head for Urdhva Hastasana. Release the hands down. We can come back into Uttanasana, forward fold. And experience the rising up one more time. So let's press down through the feet, same Tadasana feet as we engage the inner and outer arches of the foot. Press down through the ball mount of the feet and through the heels, through all 10 toes. And then on an inhale, we use the core to lengthen the spine, reach the arms out, lift the torso, lift the sternum, bring the arms with the body, with the spine, reach the arms up overhead, and then bring them all the way down to heart center. And then release, come down into Tadasana. Sun Salutation A. Reach up, hinge forward. Lengthen your spine. Refold. Plant your hands down. Step your feet back to plank pose. Make sure you walk your feet back so that both legs are straight. And as you press down through the ball mount of the feet, keep the thighs engaged. Hug the outer hips in. Use the core so that you don't dip in your low back. Press up and out of both palms so that you don't sink in your shoulder blades. And keep your neck long, so have a soft gaze to the front of your mat. On your exhale, lower your knees, uncurl the toes, draw the belly in as you shift forward, bend your elbows, graze the sides of your body, modified chaturanga. Keep the hands there as you inhale, lift the chest for baby cobra. Again, squeeze the elbows to the sides of the body. Pubic bone pushes down into the mat. Keeping the neck long, and on your inhale, lift both hands off your mat. How is the breathing going? Bring the hands back down, curl the toes under, push the knees in. Notice how it makes you kind of lift your tummy up and then engage your core. Press the hands down, straighten your arms, lift the core, and then push the hips up and back, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. On your inhale, look forward at the end of your exhale. Walk or hop to the front of the mat. Stay in this forward fold. Interlace your hands behind your hips. Lift your knuckles off your hips. Release the crown of the head. Place more weight into the toes. And then nod your head yes and no, shake. Lower the hands back and then change the interlace. Lift your arms up. Straighten your arm. Release the hands to the hips. Bring the hands to hips. Draw the elbows in. Engage the core. Lengthen the back as you rise on up. Tadasana. One more sun salutation A. Circle your arms up. Hinge forward, Uttanasana. Hands to legs, lengthen for Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, refold, plant your hands, step your feet back, plank pose. Right knee lowers, right foot angles, left foot plants down, lift the left arm up. Modified Vashisthasana. Notice that your head may be kind of knocking down towards the right shoulder. Lengthen the neck. Lower the left hand, come back to plank. Left knee lowers, left foot angles, right foot plants down, reach the arms up for modified Vashisthasana. And the right hand comes down, come back to center and sit back for child's pose. Smooth breath in and a smooth breath out. Spread your fingers. Curl the toes under. Shift the hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Downward facing dog. Draw the navel in. Draw the flesh of the buttocks down towards the thighs. Towards the heel. Smooth breath in. Open the mouth. Let the tongue out. Exhale. Dragon's breath. Inhale, smooth breath. Exhale, open your mouth, stick out your tongue. Inhale, look in between your hands. Exhale, walk or hop to the front of the mat. Ardha Uttanasana, lift the chest. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, press through the feet. Swirl your arms up overhead. And then bring them to heart center. Circle. That's a fun way to say circle. Bring the hands out, Tadasana. Face the long side of your mat. Take your feet out wide, nice wide stance, feet parallel, hands to hips. And then slide your left heel out. Your left toes, turn them to the front side of the mat. Front heel to back arch alignment, so you may have to shimmy your right foot right or left. On your exhale, bend in your left knee. Maybe you have to step your foot forward a little just to get a deeper bend here. So notice when my foot was closer to my back foot. Notice my warrior two. The knee goes beyond the ankle. It's kind of uncomfortable. I am more stable and steady when my foot goes further forward, and then I get more stability. I get that knee tracking right above the ankle. And I feel strong and I feel safe. I'm not trying to balance in this pose. It's not a balancing pose. Now I'm going to see if the knee, the front knee, which is left for you, if your left knee is tracking the second toe. We don't want the knee to cave in. So when we have this knee aligned with the second toe, we're able to then feel the outer hip. Now, draw the outer hip back and in so that it's not fanned out to the side. Continue to press into your right thigh, firm your right thigh, press into your right foot. And now reach your arms up for warrior two. Gaze beyond the front middle finger. That's your drishti. Smooth breath in, smooth breath out. Hands to hips, straighten your knee, straighten your leg. Cut your hips back, triangle pose, reach your left arm forward, and then bring it back down. Come into triangle pose. Right arm up. Still with that knee tracking your second toe, pull your left outer hip back. We're still creating that action as we're pushing into the back foot. Don't forget about the back leg. Reach the top fingers to the front of the mat. Extended triangle pose. Push into your back foot. Come all the way back up and recenter your feet. Parallel your feet. Slide your left heel back. Your right toes go forward, aligning the front heel with the back arch. Bend into your right knee, and again, find that balance, find that space and stability. Firm your left thigh, straighten your left leg. Maybe you can even bend a little more because you're so stable in the back foot. Knee aligned with your second toe. Now bring your shoulders directly on top of your hips.
Come into warrior two, left side, or which is your right side. Running out through the collarbones, find a slight pinch in the shoulder blade. Smooth breath in, smooth breath out. Sometimes our front arm likes to go higher than our back arm, so just kind of look back, see where it's at. Slight chin tuck. Hands to hips straight in your front leg. Triangle pose on opposite side. Cut your hips back. Reach your right arm forward and then down to your shin. Keep drawing that right outer hip back and in the body. Left arm reaches up. Triangle pose. Pushing into your back leg. Don't let it bend, or maybe have a slight micro bend. Left hand reaches to the front of the mat. Reach, 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 and keep both sides of the torso long and lengthy. And then bring your hands back to hips. Press into your back foot as you come back up and re-parallel your feet. So we're gonna practice Ardha Chandrasana today, which is, I think, one of my favorite poses. So let's get into triangle. Slide your right heel back and then bring the left toes to the front of the mat. Front heel to back arch. Cut your hips back. Reach forward. Lower your hand on your leg. Right arm reaches up. Find your stability, find your breath. Begin to bend your left knee. Right hand is right above your foot. So we're here. And now what you're going to do is you're going to, let's keep the top hand on the hip. Keep this core engaged. As you shift your weight into your front foot, lift your back foot off. And maybe you walk your hand a little forward. Lift your back foot, and as it's lifted, immediately flex it. Maybe you turn towards the foot and you see if you can, can you see your toes? That's what you want. You want to see your toes. Maybe you stay here, or maybe you lift your right arm up for the full pose. Then find your breath here. Placing a micro bend in the bottom leg, the standing leg. Breathing. Slowly, 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 rebend the front knee and place the back foot down. Come back to triangle pose. Press into your back foot and make your way back up to center and re-parallel your feet. Left heel back, right toes up and over to the front. Front heel to back arch. Pressing into the back foot, lengthen your spine, reach your right arm forward, down to your leg, come into triangle pose. Rebend your right knee. Plant your right hand down. Shift your weight into your front foot. Lift your back leg and flex it. Core is firm. Can you see your toes? We want to see your toes. Maybe your right hand is on the right hip, or it stretches up towards the ceiling. So we're broadening the chest here and finding that constriction in the shoulder blades. Finding that slight little pinch into the spine. And then ever so slowly, rebend your front knee. Slowly place your hand back on your waist, your back foot down. Come back into triangle. onto your hip, come all the way up, back center. Re-parallel your feet. Couple more standing poses. Slide the right heel back, left toes forward, front heel to back arch, bend. Find a warrior two. Bend your left arm, press the forearm into the thigh, reach your right arm up. Parshva Konasana, side angle pose. Really press your forearm into your thigh. Lift up and out of the bottom shoulder. Don't let it hang in there. Don't let your head hang. Press into your back foot, rise up. Re-parallel. Left heel slide back, right toes to the front, front heel to back arch, bend, and find a warrior two. Right elbow bends, press forearm into thigh, left arm reaches up. Keep the back leg firm, firm and rooted. Push the forearm into the thigh. Get out of that bottom shoulder. Hand to hip, lengthen up. Recenter. Draw the flesh of the buttocks down. Keep your thighs firm. Hands to hips, elbows back. Lengthen the torso forward and then drop the head all the way down. Prasarita Padottanasana. Place the hands in line with your feet. Bend your elbows and release the crown of the head. You can place blocks underneath your hands if you don't reach the mat. Place the weight into the toes, into the ball mounds of the feet. And add a small little micro bend to your knee. Inhale, walk your hands forward, lengthen your back, lengthen your spine. And now plant your hands and come into a wide downward facing dog. Crawl your hands back to the center or to in line with your feet. Bend your left knee and release the right hip down. Lifting the toes up. Placing your hands diagonally from your left foot. Press your hands down, lift your hips up, and then come to the other side. Bend your right knee, lift your right toes up, flex them. Push your hands down, come back to center, release the crown of your head. Inhale again, lengthen. Walk your hands forward and then plant your hands again, coming back into that downward facing dog. Crawl your hands back halfway. Engage the core, bring your hands on your hips, draw the elbows back, and inhale, lengthen your torso up. Bring your hands out. You can heel toe your feet in or you can hop yourself back. Nice. Walk to the front of your mat. Step your right foot back. And it's usually here classically, they say heel to heel alignment, but it can be a little too constricting in the low back. So if you want more space, move the right foot to the right side of your mat. And then right heel is pointing back diagonally and then toes are kind of going forward. Press into your back foot as you bend into your right knee. As you bend into your left knee, come into warrior one where your hips are trying to go square. Reach your arms up. Smooth breaths here, in and out. Bring your hands all the way back. Interlace your hands, straighten your front leg, and roll over, hinge forward towards your left leg. Lifting your hands up. Press into the back foot. Come all the way back up and then step forward. Step your left foot back. Come into a warrior one. One more time. Opposite leg. Bring your hands back, interlace. Straighten your front leg and hinge forward towards your front leg. Pressing evenly into all four corners of both feet. Press down, inhale, rise up, step forward. And then lower yourself all the way down. Getting into our cool down poses now. Lengthen your spine up, cross your legs at the shin. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, lower your left hand and reach over to the side. Navel into the spine, come back to center. Right hand comes down, left arm reaches to the right. Plug your left hip socket down. Come back to center. Bring your palms to touch and bring them down to your heart. Lower the hands down to the sides of the hips. Uncross your legs and lower your body down to your mat. Crossing your right foot on top of the left thigh. Staying here if you feel a stretch, or lifting your left foot off and taking an interlace underneath your left thigh if that is where you want to take the stretch. Otherwise, you can let it go and stay here. You want to flex through the right foot. Uncross the ankle and place the left ankle on your right thigh. Flex your left foot and draw the left knee away from you. You can stay here, or you can lift your right foot, or you can interlace behind the right thigh. Two more breaths here.
Release the foot back down. Bring your knees into your chest. And roll the knees over to your left. Come into a nice little twist. Open up the arms in a T. Maybe you straighten both legs. Knees come to center. Take the knees over to your right. And again, you can straighten both legs here. Bring the knees back. Find center. Come into a happy baby. Push the knees down, down, down. Rock from side to side. And when you're ready, bring the knees to center. Hug them into your body. Lift your head, squeeze yourself all the way up, 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 up. And exhale. Release your body all the way down. Come into your final resting pose, Shavasana. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Bring your hands to heart center in gratitude. Feel the thumbs press into the chest, as this reminds us that we all come from pure love. Thumbs rise up to meet our lips to remind us to speak words of love. And the knuckles of the thumbs press in between the eyebrows to remind us that we're all connected through the same pure love. Thank you all for sharing your practice with me, and thank yourself for showing up to your mat. Namaste. Thank you, guys. I hope to see you again next week. Have a great rest of your week or beginning of your week or whole week. Alrighty, bye.